Hello, Shemai, and welcome back to a brand new series. I did the little Twitter vote, I did the little Twitter vote on Twitter, actually, unsurprisingly. And the thing that you guys voted the most for was a new save with a big club, and that's exactly what we've gone for. We've gone for Red Devil Redemption with Manchester United to take them back to the top where they belong. So here, obviously, I don't need to tell you much about the club. You all know very much a lot about this club. Last time we won the league, 2013. So we're obviously going to be looking to improve on that and make sure we're back at the top. Our expectations for the season are to win the Premier League, reach the final of the FA Cup, not worry about the EFL Cup or the Community Shield, and at least reach the quarter-final of the Champions League. Now, with the start of any new save we come at the start of the season, we've got to talk about transfers. And my plan, first of all, was to not have a very active transfer window because I've downloaded the transfer update, and so I've got all the players from Lukaku, Lindelof, and the likes. But then a couple of opportunities came up and I just couldn't say no. So we'll start with the outs. A couple of loans. Tuanzebe and Pereira going out on loan. Not really anything to miss there. Rojo left for China as well as Valencia. We didn't get our fee back for Rojo. 60 million paid for him. 2 years later, he's left for 7. I mean, he was never really going to feature in my plans after you see who I brought in. Valencia, who's been a good servant to Man United for a very, very long time. 30 years old now, he's not really going to feature, and we were good to get 2.6 million and get him off the wage budget. Matteo Darmian left for Atletico Madrid. This was a little bit of a surprise. The only reason I said yes was because it was quite a significant amount of money, and we could then re-spend that. He was not going to be the first choice fullback or whatever. Yeah, he's not going to be the first choice fullback, so I wasn't that worried about letting him go. And we've got slightly more money. The fee could rise to 17.5 million, so we could get a decent fee for him in the end. So I was happy to let him go. And the reason I let Jesse Lingard go was purely because, 30 million for a guy who was pretty average. I mean, he's nowhere near as got the potential of Rashford. He's not as good as Martial. He's not as good as most of the other players in his position in the squad. And I thought 30 million for this guy. If he goes down in value, then I'm gonna regret not cashing in on him, so to speak. He only scored 4 goals last season. He's been on loan out a few times from Manchester United, but I thought it was a perfect opportunity to get 30 million for a player, considering we spent a lot of money as well. So the players on the ins then, the first one that came in was Javi Martinez for 38 million pounds. We just needed a Vrock at the back. Someone with good experience, European experience, international experience, and we thought this guy was perfect, and he's an absolutely fantastic player. He'll be a rock at the back this season, hopefully. I mean, he's got some absolutely out of this world mentals, great work, great teamwork, and positioning as well. So he's going to be the first name on the team sheet really this season. We also brought in Koke from the Spanish league, Atletico Madrid, 48 million pounds paid for him, mainly because we now have one of the best midfield trios in the world with, I think it's, just to let me know, just to remind me, Ander Herrera, Paul Pogba, and Koke. I mean, I was very, very happy to get this guy in. He's been a great player for Atletico Madrid. He scored goals consistently at the level you kind of expect for a midfielder, and he's just a fantastic midfield player to have. And then the final player we've brought in so far, I'm expecting a couple more ins because the squad is looking a little bit thin, so we're going to bring in a few backup players, I think. We brought in Juan Bernat from Bayern Munich. Luke Shaw isn't really I don't really want Luke Shaw to be my number one left back. He's already been injured this season. He's back for today, but I want someone who's not going to be as injury prone, basically, and has a lot more potential. Juan Bernat's got some very good pace about him, good physicals, and he's only 23 as well, so he's got great potential to grow. So that was the ins. There is a couple more, like I said, on their way. Pre-season went fairly well. We didn't lose a game. We drew 2-2 with our under-23s. We beat Shanghai Shenhua 2-0. We drew 0-0 with Shangang. 1-1 with Chronomorets. Lukaku scoring there. We beat Catania 3-0. We beat Pribram 2-0, and we also beat Sporting Lisbon 2-0. So today's game is against Leicester in the Community Shield. I thought I'd bring this to you guys, just why not, isn't it? It's the Community Shield, it's a chance for some silverware before the season even starts. Probably the first game I'll bring you, maybe the Champions League, I don't know yet. But we do have Leicester in the first game of the season as well. But this is going to be a great first test for us this season. And if we look at the team, it's looking a little bit thin. We've only got 4 players outside of the 18 today, which is a little bit worrying. I need to bring in a couple more players just for some depth. But here's the team for today then, guys. We have David De Gea in goals, as expected. Victor Lindelof at right back, a guy who you'll all know about. He's got good potential at right back, and we're hoping that he's going to be come to fruition and be a very good right back for us. We'll have Eric Bailly, Javi Martinez, and Joan Bernat. So we've got a very young defence. 22-year-old Eric Bailly, apart from Javi Martinez, who's 27. So he's kind of there needed for that experience. A 23-year-old in Joan Bernat and a 22-year-old in Lindelof. So we're definitely investing in our future here with some of these players. In midfield, then we have Herrera. You'll all know about him. Very good player. Paul Pogba, obviously the main man in midfield. A fantastic player. Potential to be one of the best players in the world. Koke as well, a 24-year-old. So we have a very young midfield as well. 26, 23, I believe, and 24. So we have a pretty young team. And then we have Henrik Mkhitaryan on the right, 27, Armenian, 27-year-old. Marcus Rashford on the left, who you all know who this guy is. Got great potential. He could be one of our best players as well. And then Zlatan Ibrahimovic up front. In game, Romelu Lukaku probably isn't as good as he should be. He's got good potential, but I'd arguably say that he should be better in game than what he is. So that's the main reason he's not going to start today. Obviously, Ibrahimovic isn't going to be able to play 90 minutes for the whole season, so there's going to be lots of opportunities for Lukaku. But I thought I'd start with Ibrahimovic today because he was at Man United last season as well. So we are massive favourites for this game. Leicester 9-1 to win. And I mean, we should really be winning this game against a team like Leicester. We've got enough quality in our team, and apparently Leicester missing Danny Simpson and Vincent Iborra, so we should really have enough quality to see off Leicester today. So guys, don't forget, if you're new, please subscribe, and if you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like. I think yesterday or the day before, a new video would have gone up, Hearts of Iron. If you want to check that out, there will be links in the description. There will be links all over the place. So we'll just get on key highlights, because I like to watch the game in key highlights. I don't fancy watching all the shots that go towards goal. I only want to see the important things, basically. So here we are then, the first competitive game of the season. It doesn't really mean much. I won't be disheartened massively if we don't win this game, because it's just the Community Shield, and there's obviously going to be players tired, players not fit. And we're approaching 32 minutes, and maybe I should have put extended highlights on because we haven't had a single highlight so far. Here we go, first highlight of the day. Pogba with the ball, it's a poor pass, but Rashford collects it. Pogba over the top to Ibrahimovic, he's through on goal. What can he do? Well, what can he do? He can blast it over the top. You'd expect better from someone like Ibrahimovic. Mahrez with a free kick now, it goes into the box, it's headed away, and apparently there was a nudge, and it's a penalty to Leicester. Jamie Vardy to take the penalty. David De Gea, a good chance at the start of the season to make himself a hero. Vardy steps up and, oh, De Gea saved it. But it's gone into the back of the net still. So we're 1-0 down after 40 minutes. Not been the dream start. Jamie Vardy hits it straight at De Gea, and it's squeezed in. It shouldn't really have gone in. But okay, that's not the best start. There's another highlight here. King with it out to Mahrez. It'd be good if we could win the ball back and get a goal just before half time. But Mahrez gets through a little bit too easy and strikes it at David De Gea. That should be half time now. So that's definitely not the first half that we wanted to see. And let's hope the second half we can wake up a little bit and create some more chances. We had that one clear-cut chance with Ibrahimovic, and he didn't take it. Bernat with a throw now. He gives it to Rashford. He gives it to Pogba. It's up to Ibrahimovic again. He flicks it on, but there's no support with him. He's very isolated up there. I might bring Lukaku on. Damari Gray's got the ball now. Gives it to Amate. If we can see it in a second, that would be quite disappointing. Koke's won the ball back. Gives it to Ibra. What can he do with it? He's been tackled. Wes Morgan. Nasty tackle there. Dirty from Wes Morgan, and he's going to get a yellow card. We've still got it now with a free kick to Ander Herrera. Out wide to Mkhitaryan. Can he get across into the box? No, he's lost the ball to Chilwell, and now King's got it. We've still don't have the ball. It's cleared up to Mahrez. He's running at the defence now, and Koke's won it back again. He seems to be having a good game. He's won a couple of balls in this highlight. Ibrahimovic has got it now all on the wing. He puts it into the box, and there's no one there. But Herrera's got it now. Back to Pogba. This is a very, very long highlight. Herrera to Mkhitaryan, to Ibrahimovic, to Rashford, and it's 1-1. It was a very long highlight, but we've got a result at the end of it. A nice little play through by Ibrahimovic. There was some lovely football involved in that. We had a lot of passes involved from that free kick as well. If we actually get to... Morgan has given a warning. There we go, the highlight. Mkhitaryan, nice ball to Ibra. He spots the run of Rashford, who just about keeps himself onside. And it's a really, really smart finish into the bottom, well, the goalkeeper's left-hand corner. So then that highlight here, we're in 51 minutes. A chance to give us the lead here, maybe. Pogba up to Ibra. What can he do with it? He's got it. There's some space out on the wing. He strikes it from distance, and it's not really anywhere near the goal. But nonetheless, it's another shot on target. Mkhitaryan's not having the best game. De Gea with a goal kick now. It doesn't really reach anywhere. Iheanacho with it. It's to Andy King, to Vardy, out wide to Mahrez. Mahrez is in the box, and he squeezed it past the goalkeeper. Right, when we're going to take Mkhitaryan off. He's been playing really, really poor. And we're going to bring on Anthony Martial, who's better on the other side. What's the best position to play Martial in? We're gonna bring him on the right because Mkhitaryan's been playing poorly. We're 2-1 down to Leicester. Defensively, Eric Bailly's been awful. Bernat with the ball now. He's still got it. He's still got it actually. He gives it to Ibra, who gives it to Martial. Martial in the box, and it's a great save. Bernat's there, and it's another. Oh my word, that is an unbelievable save by Jakupovic. Bernat should have scored there. Bailly's on a 6 rating. Okay, we're going to have to go attacking now. We're going to have to go for the game. Hit the early crosses. Be more expressive. Get stuck in, definitely, and use tighter marking. We're going to bring off Koke. Oh, we don't really want. I don't really want to bring off Koke. We'll bring off Ander Herrera for Nemanja Matic. And try and push him forward a little bit. Maybe if we put Pogba behind the striker, will that help? Doesn't really play there, but we're going to do it anyway. And we're going to take off Ibra for Lukaku and put him on as a target man. So we can start hitting the ball up to him. 15 minutes to go. We can go for this game now. Pushing a lot of players forward, and hopefully the ball will go out so we can actually make the substitution. There we are. 2 substitutions, 15 minutes to go. We're going to go for the game now. Chilwell with a throw-in. He plays it all the way back to the goalkeeper, Jakupovic, who's kept Leicester in the game with that fantastic double save. Lindelof wins a header. It's to Pogba, back to Martial, to Lindelof, to Lukaku. That was fantastic football there. Back to Pogba. He's in the box. He strikes it and he's hit the post. Okay, we're getting closer. We're knocking on the door. And arguably we should be in front in this game. Bailly hits it up now. Koke's got it. Out wide to Bernat. Can he get it in the box? He does. Penalty, surely. It's gone in. I don't know who scored. Marcus Rashford has scored again. It's 2-2. And that it looked like there should have been a penalty in there. But I'm not worried. It's 2-2 now. It goes in. There I thought there should have been a penalty. It falls kindly. Well, I think Morgan's actually just hit it against Rashford. And it's gone in. Good wing play from Bernat, the left back, actually. He's done well to push up there. Eric Bailly's on a 5.9. He's had an absolutely horrendous game. The only thing that could make it worse now is if he got sent off. And he's on a yellow card, so that is fairly likely. So we're into the last couple of minutes now. Looks like we're heading to extra time. There's a chance here though. Jakupovic to Dragovic. In to Thomas. To Mahrez. Bernat wins the ball back. He launches an attack. Rashford hits it up, hopefully. Lukaku can't really get there. But he could win it back now, and he has. Lukaku's into the box. And he's just, I don't know why he didn't square up a little bit there, nor square the ball across the line. Oh, he goes straight to penalties, apparently. I didn't even realise that. So it's a penalty shootout. I thought we'd go into extra time, but it's not. Mahrez with the first one, and David De Gea has saved it. Fantastic. There we go. Good start. Lukaku, he steps up, and he scores his. We're 1-0 up in the penalty shootout. Another penalty. Here it comes. Jamie Vardy. He's already scored one in the game. David De Gea can't quite get a finger to it this time. He did last time, but he couldn't get. He guessed the right way, but he didn't get it. Lindelof with the penalty now. He strikes it. Oh, it's a fantastic penalty. A lot of power behind that. And now Iheanacho with it. If we can save this, it puts us in a good position, but he's smashed it into the back of the net as well. Who's going to take the next one? I didn't even see Rashford with it. He shoots and he scores. He scored 2 goals in the game, and now he's got a penalty. Technically, it's a hat-trick, but I don't think he'll get the match ball. Albrighton with a penalty now. If David De Gea could save this, no, it's in the back of the net. We're still up by 1 though if we score this. Who is taking it? If it's Eric Bailly, he's going to miss. Oh, it's Martial. Takes a penalty and he scores into the bottom right-hand corner. So if we save this, we win. If David De Gea saves this, Dragovic with it. He strikes it and he's missed. We've won on penalties 4-3. And I mean, yeah, I would have to say that we got away with that today. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the performance I wanted in my first game. Marcus Rashford is very, very happy with him. And we've won the Community Shield in our first game. Griffiths apparently is one of the top Welsh managers. I am one of the best managers in Wales, from Wales of all time, because I won the Community Shield. Apparently that makes the Man United fans jubilant, but I can't imagine any of that is very realistic. Doesn't say much about Welsh managers if you only have to win the Community Shield to be in the Hall of Fame. But there we have it. Our first trophy in our first game, the English Community Shield. Not the most comfortable display. Eric Bailly had an absolute shocker. But apart from the defence, there was some very, very good performances in there, especially from Marcus Rashford and Paul Pogba. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, the brand new series. If you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you have any tips or comments, please leave a comment down below. I'll see you again.